The Krol-Vax were the greatest hunters in the galaxy. They had conquered 1,000 worlds and broken 1,000 species. To them, the universe was a giant forest, and they were the only predators that mattered. But their hunger for power made them move too fast. They were looking for something rare, something to entertain their bored emperor. They found a small blue planet in a quiet corner of the galaxy, Earth. On the surface, they saw a human named Leo. He was hiking alone in the high mountains, surrounded by snow and cold wind. He had no armor, he had no weapons. To the Krol-Vax sensors, he looked fragile. A creature of soft skin and slow movements, the captain of the ship, a giant lizard-like creature named Zar, watched the screen and laughed. This creature has no claws, it has no fur. It cannot even see in the dark. Bring it to the holding cells. We will sell it to the intergalactic zoo as a pet. In a flash of blue light, the mountain was empty. Leo was gone. When Leo woke up, he was inside a cage made of transparent steel. Outside the glass, giant reptilian guards stood with glowing spears. They looked at him like he was an insect. They gave him very little water and a dry, flavorless paste for food. They thought humans were like the lizards of their home-world creatures that would become weak and tired without heat and constant care. This was their first mistake. They did not understand human biology. Leo was not scared. He was cold, he was hungry, and he was very, very angry. Inside his body, a chemical began to flow that the Krol-Vax had never seen before: adrenaline. His heart beat faster, his muscles tightened. His mind became a sharp knife. For 2 days, Leo sat perfectly still. The guards thought he was giving up. In reality, Leo was watching. He watched the way the guards pressed the digital keypad. He memorized the 4-digit code. He watched the timing of their patrols. He noticed that every time the ship jumped into warp speed, the floor shook for 3 seconds. On the 3rd day, the ship prepared to jump. Leo stood up. The floor groaned as the engines roared. One guard tripped, leaning close to the glass cage. In that second, Leo didn't move like a slow human. He moved like a coiled spring. He reached his arms through the narrow feeding slot and grabbed the guard's neck. The guard was twice Leo's size, but Leo had the strength of a man fighting for his life. He slammed the alien's head against the glass until it cracked. With one hand still holding the guard, he used the other to punch the code into the keypad. Beep! The door slid open. The alarm began to scream. A deep, red light pulsed through the hallways. On the bridge, Captain Zar jumped out of his chair. The animal is out. How did it break the glass? How did it know the code? It's just one creature, the first officer said. Our soldiers will finish him in seconds, but the soldiers could not find him. Leo knew he couldn't fight a whole army in the open. He climbed into the air vents. He disappeared into the shadows of the ship. The aliens soon learned why humans are the most dangerous game. On Earth, humans were persistence hunters. We don't have the fastest run, but we never stop. The Krol-Vax soldiers were getting tired. Their heavy armor made them sweat. Their big eyes struggled in the flickering emergency lights. But Leo kept moving. He didn't sleep. He didn't stop. He found the ship's kitchen. He didn't find a laser gun, but he didn't need one. He grabbed a heavy metal pipe and a bottle of industrial cleaning chemicals. He was a creature that lived by his brain as much as his muscles. He mixed the chemicals in a small container, creating a thick, stinging smoke. He dropped it into the ventilation system of the barracks. As the alien soldiers ran out, coughing and blinded, Leo was waiting in the dark. He didn't use a laser, he used the pipe. He used the environment. One by one, the sounds of falling soldiers echoed through the metal halls. He didn't kill them all, but he made sure they wouldn't stand up again. He took their communication devices. He listened to their fear. Finally, Leo reached the heavy blast doors of the bridge. He didn't sneak in this time. He used a stolen explosive charge to blow the doors off their hinges. The smoke cleared and there stood Leo. He was covered in soot and alien blood. His clothes were torn and his shoulder was burned from a near-miss laser shot. but his eyes were glowing with a terrifying light. Captain Zar pulled out a giant plasma sword. The blade hummed with purple energy. "You are a mistake," Zar screamed. "Your species is nothing. You are meat. You are a pet." Leo didn't back away. He actually smiled. It wasn't a happy smile. It was the smile of a Wolf. "In my world," Leo said, his voice low and steady, "we have a rule. Don't touch things that don't belong to you. You thought you were the hunters? You haven't seen a real hunter yet," Zar lunged. The plasma sword sliced through the air, melting the metal walls. Leo moved like a shadow. He didn't try to block the sword with the pipe. That would be a mistake. Instead, he stepped into the attack. He took a small cut on his arm to get inside Zar's reach. He dropped the pipe and used his bare fists. He punched Zar in the soft scales of his throat. He grabbed the captain's head and slammed it into the command console. The greatest hunter in the galaxy fell to the floor, gasping for air. Leo didn't take the ship. He didn't want it. He forced the ship's AI to open a wideband channel to every alien ship in the sector. He wanted everyone to watch. He dragged the defeated captain in front of the camera. "Listen carefully," Leo said to the universe. "My name is Leo. I am a human. You came to my home and took me because you thought we were weak. You thought we were prey. Look at your captain. Look at your ship." He pointed the camera at the broken guards and the smoking hallways. "If you ever come to Earth again, don't bring cages. Bring coffins, because if you touch one of us, we will find you. We will follow you, and we will show you why the galaxy should have left us alone." The Krol-Vax didn't wait. They turned the ship around and flew back to Earth at maximum speed. They dropped Leo back in his mountains and vanished into deep space. Across the galaxy, the word spread. A new warning was added to every star chart and every pirate map. It was written in every language: "Do not kidnap the humans." Because humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology, it's that we never, ever quit.